Milk skin is your favorite? I get it, I get it. No, but it's a similar vibe, you know? We don't really want to mess it up too much. So that already looks very different. It is going to pull all the colors a little bit more together, so we are not going to notice as much of the difference. So that's my main concern, I guess, with spending that time trying to paint in different, you know, different tones of green, that ultimately when we're done shading it, they will all look practically the same. But, you know, we know what's underneath, right? We've seen it. It's gonna be hard to notice, I think, in the end, but that's okay. This is my first time a stream that you're watching. You watch a lot of my YouTube videos? Nice, dude. Thank you for watching on YouTube. I am gonna be casting some StarCraft as well later today. Assuming that's the videos you've been watching. Maybe you've been watching the second channel, I don't know. It's a lot more people, though, that watch the main channel than the second channel. We are going to do some StarCraft as well today, though. It is a little bit of a dire time as far as replays go. I don't really have a lot of games to cast at the moment, which is kind of rough. A lot of pro gamers are going to be participating in, for example, Home Story Cup, and there's not really that many tournaments to play in. ESL is still sitting on their hands, not doing anything, it seems, which is kind of rough. Don't really know when we're going to expect any announcements in that department either. But I'm trying. I'm on the hunt for replays. We need some Bronze League heroes again? I should definitely go ahead and do some more viewer game casts. Yeah, maybe we'll do some of that tomorrow. Does anyone have any wishes for future mods for StarCraft? You're going to create a few mods? Okay. Do I have any ideas? I would love a combination. As somebody who makes a lot of YouTube thumbnails, I would love to have something that helps me make YouTube thumbnails easier in-game. There are a couple of tools for that sort of thing, but none of them are quite great. None of them are amazing. We need more. We're listening to some very classy music today. Yeah, you see that tear? Right over here? That's because I tore the skin. Suboptimal. But we are going to relayer some of these sections anyways. We'll have to try and see if we can Get rid of some of that splotchiness later on. I was thinking of maybe adding, kind of like we did on Usharon, like a very dirty cloak at the bottom of the cloak. Because he's clearly dragging it behind him. We could add like a very dirty look at the bottom of the whole... I guess it's not a cloak, whatever this thing is. Why is nothing coming out? It's definitely not empty. We'll look at it in a sec. Want to be careful getting it on the tail. We do want to do this reasonably quickly, but not, you know, so quickly that I mess up parts I've already painted. Let's go on Terminator. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. It is Friday today, isn't it? Yeah. I went for a run this morning again, guys. I've been really enjoying running lately. But today was cold, bro. Ay, 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 ay. It was also slippery. It wasn't great. But I did it anyways. It felt good when I was out, but I really, you know, you play that mental game with yourself, you know? We're like, I really don't want to go. But I did go. I want you all to know I overcame, okay? I considered not going, but I said no. We're gonna do it anyways. But I will say it was very cold. The red's starting out really nicely. Thank you, man. I've been trying. I think last night it was like -3. This morning it was like 1 or 2 degrees. Had to be a little careful, but they did like salt a bunch of the roads and stuff. Like they did. That does help. No, I usually exercise by myself. Usually my build order is to listen to audiobooks. I have been doing that for years. And I love the way it works out. So usually I either go to the gym or I do some sort of exercise at home, or I try to do something every day. We do go on like little hikes together and stuff lately. We've been doing quite a bit of that. Not too much, but like not too long, but we've been doing some more of that lately, which has been really fun. No, I'm a bit of a sweaty tryhard. She's not so much, Diaboli. You know, I need to follow a schedule and then stick to the schedule and do it certain amount of times every week and month, and I need to be tracking my stats and making sure that I've reached the correct amount of kilometers and, you know, all the rest of that. She doesn't really feel that need so much. I live in the Netherlands. It's been freezing, man. We have had our first snowfall. There's snow on my car as we speak. Can't quite see it from where I'm sitting, but it's, yeah. It is definitely pretty early though. Like we could do with a little bit more global warming right about right now, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind if it was a little a little warmer. No, not funny, not funny. Sorry, sorry. It's snowing right now where you're at? It's cooking where you're at? Oh. As much as I enjoy complaining about the weather as a true Dutchman, we do have all seasons over here, and it is kind of nice. Like, we do get a lot of rain. We do get pretty decent summers too, but nothing amazing, you know? Like, it's all relatively mellow. Like, not too cold, not too warm. A lot of rain. It is kind of garbage, but it is also kind of nice to experience the season sometimes. You got about 20 centimeters of snow already in Romania? Damn. Yeah, the shitty part about snow is usually driving and whatnot in it. You just finished shoveling the snow? Okay. Yo, what's going on, Grimdy? Okay, you have Dungeons and Dragons today, but you will try and make it? Okay. I don't know what time it's gonna be for you, man. If you can't make it, no worries, dude. Enjoy the Dungeons and Dragons. Unless you have a four-wheeler? Four-wheeler? What does that mean? My car has four wheels. Does your car not have four wheels, dude? Weird flex. Four-wheeler bicycle? Oh yeah, of course, I'm Dutch. Sorry, I forgot about that for a sec. Okay. I don't know what a four-wheeler is? No, I don't know what you mean with the term four-wheeler. I also don't know what you mean with the term ATV. Maybe we do have a term for it in Dutch too, but... all-terrain vehicle. Like what? Like a Land Rover type of thing? What do we think of when we think of an ATV? Fine, I'll Google it. I don't know anything about cars. Oh, it's one of those buggy looking things? An off-road buggy type of thing? Yeah, those don't seem great. Maybe fun for, you know, for the weekend, but not really great to get around with. Maybe that's not the only meaning of the word ATV, but that's what I Googled, you know, the ones where you like wear a helmet. It's like a recreation thing, right? Yeah, okay. You call those four-wheelers? Okay, I've never heard of the term four-wheeler like that, but... now we know. To be fair, I never talk about cars. I don't know much about cars. I do like cars, but... You know? How like some guys have an obsession with vehicles? That's not me. Do they exist in the Netherlands? Oh yeah, we have many, many cars. We could do with less, dude. Obsession with trains, dude. Let's go. Hype. Okay, we spent such a long time doing that the other side is already dry again. Would you look at that? Okay, so that actually does make quite a difference. So we get a little bit of dirt, a little bit of grime. And what I like about this particular wash is that you can't really see brush strokes as easily. Like, it's a bit messy and it's not entirely dry yet everywhere, but it does create more of a... yeah, it just creates more of like a stained appearance, you know? You see what I mean? We have a little bit of grime settling in all of those sections. It looks nice. Public transport is nice, yeah. Public transport is great if you take the same road all the time, you know? What am I painting? I'm painting Vizzik Skour, Prophet of the Horned Rat. I still have to do the horns, so don't look at the horns. But I have finished a lot of the sections on the miniature. The face is done, the skin is done, the tail is done, the metallics are finished. You kind of see the vibe we're going for over here. Prophet of the Horny Rat? No, that's not it, that's not it. You are close, but that's not it. Maybe while we wait for this whole thing to properly dry, I can start the base coat on the scarf. So I want to have like a cream inside of the scarf and like a reddish outside. That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking like a pretty dull red, like this. It's probably gonna look pretty nice. Rope's looking great. Thank you, man. We still have to do a lot more to the rope though, to be fair, but... You agree with the creaming and... Okay, all right. Man, it is Friday. I'll let it slide. Jeez. Come on, Chet. I can't believe I read that and I actually had to think about it. Ay. I'm assuming this is gonna take a couple of coats, although looking at this, look how easy we can fill this in, dude. I feel like everything's taken ages on this miniature. Using a little bit of Word Bearer's Red for this. It is gonna require 2 coats, but... I'm asking for the... Okay, all right. I do want to be careful though. Getting it on the skin here or the armor would kind of suck. Okay, doing the side of the thing. The back is going to be a little bit tricky. These ads are killer. There are ads running on my stream, it is correct. Although, I will let you know that subscribers of the stream never see any ads. Can I let you know that subscribers of my stream never see ads? Yeah. You know what? We're one sub away from the sub goal. Did you know that, guys? I liked it a lot when Mark said that yesterday. Anytime a sub came in on Mark's channel, he's like, oh yeah, we're one away from the sub goal. That is an excellent sellout. Guys, one more, we reached today's sub goal. One more, just one more, we're one away from today's sub goal. God, that was funny. So this scarf is curved like that, goes around. This section over here is red. That means that the back section over here is red too. It's starting to come together. Mr. Vizzik Skour. I used to have a sub goal of 69. Yeah, I used to. These days we never really get 69 subs a stream anymore. Things have changed a little bit, but that's okay. I don't really like having a sub goal that much anymore on stream because it's Oh, you know what? This outside section over here, this needs to be cream. I don't know, it puts more stress on me. The height of the pandemic, dude, yeah. The pandemic was fantastic for streaming. Can I say that? It was great for streaming, guys. A lot of people watching during the pandemic. I hope it comes. No, hold up. What was I gonna say? Nothing. You still have COVID? Oh shit, you got COVID again? Bro, why didn't you get COVID when it was cool? All right? Jeez. Getting COVID in 2024 is, you know. Like who are you trying to impress here? Who are you trying to impress right now? A pufferfish. I heard pufferfish do make for amazing soup. Maybe somebody can, you know. Booster number 12. You guys still getting boosters? I stopped with that some time ago. I haven't heard anybody say anything about COVID in ages. But maybe I don't follow the news, I don't know. Well, I know I don't follow the news. But maybe it's still a talking point, you know? Using a bit of a smaller brush for some of these sections over here. Because I would much prefer not fucking it up. If I have any say in the matter. Considering it's my miniature, I guess I do. This is a bit of a sketchy area over here to paint. Mostly because I decided not to sub-assemble the head. This is why we're doing the horns last. Trying really hard not to hit the neck over here. Okay. That's a cool color, red, right? What do you guys think? It's like an orangey red. We'll make it a little bit stronger, and obviously we're gonna shade it down. But I think it does look nice. We do need it to be, yeah, it's like a regal robe, yeah. We do need to be a relatively strong color. Nice and strong before we add anything else to it. So this is gonna take at least 2 coats. Sometimes I put Lowko YouTube videos on when I'm playing StarCraft and then pretend that Lowko is commentating my games. Spotting in the bottom left-hand corner. It is Louis Peculiar. That was me doing an impression of myself. I sounded very handsome. Louis Peculiar hits a supply block again at 36 out of 36. You'd imagine he would have learned from the previous games. Louis Peculiar, where's your second pylon? Did you forget it again? How did you forget your second pylon again? Oof, Louis Peculiar hit another supply block. Queen and Jack's not going down at all. Yikes. Louis putting the peculiar in his username. I understand why Louis decided to go with the peculiar name. There's rap music over here, dude. If I didn't know any better, you would think I was being toxic? What? Kazi Jun. What are you accusing me of right now? I just paid for the new emojis, by the way, guys. It's gonna be fun. Looking forward to them. Gonna get 3 new emojis on the channel very soon. Lowko can't even imitate caster Lowko's voice? True. Is the music, by the way, not too loud? Is it okay? It seems like it's a little bit loud, isn't it? It's goofy. It is goofy. That was perfect. I ruined it. Oh god. Why do I always ruin everything? God. Okay. Not bad. Now we have a bit of a sketchy section over here. There's this this edge of the scarf that is dangerously close. It's touching the stuff I've already painted. Come on, Lowko, you've been training for this. You've been practicing for that line. Don't fuck it up, Lowko. So far, so good. Didn't fuck it up. Did not fuck it up. Huge day. Huge day. Hater said I couldn't do it. Yet here we are. There's more though. More fucking up that can be done. Don't breathe. Just don't breathe. Don't move anything. Did we just game it? I think we may have just become gamers. You guys may be looking right now at a gamer. Don't break the horns? No. Ever since I was a little boy, I wanted to be a gamer. One of the horns is already broken though, dude. You see that one over there? It's already broken. Although that's in the model. I didn't do it, but it's broken all the same. Okay, so the scarf folds over on itself right over here. So this area over here can be red. But in the top sections should be cream. No, I didn't break anything. It was the designers of the model, not me, chat. I promise. I know it sounds suspicious, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. What material are these made from? This is plastic. The greatest material of them all. Because when we're done with this thing, we can throw it into the ocean and kill a couple of baby penguins as well, you know? The perks just keep coming in. It's a joke. It's a joke. Can I paint through this horn opening? It's a little risky. That's what she said? Really? Weird. I feel like we don't really need to paint in there. The scarf is a little sketchy, guys. Not gonna lie. Or as they say on the internet, ungl. Not gonna lie, ungl. Bit weird, but hey, it's the internet. Ungl. This reminds you of Moke, but skinnier and rattier. Does Moke have a tail? This guy could definitely be a Dark Souls or like an Elden Ring type of boss now. When this guy comes, dun 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 dun, like the boss music is playing, this guy comes marching at you with his staff. Yeah. He definitely has a tail swipe ability. He's got some sort of gnaw ability because he's got huge teeth. Kind of like me. I also have huge teeth. He's too pretty for Elden Ring? Aw. Well, I guess most of the From Software worlds are pretty screwed, but, you know, I could see it. There's some really pretty areas in some of the games. I think every game actually has like a nice place as well. Maybe not Bloodborne, but I think the Dark Souls games will do. Yeah, Elden Ring. Elden Ring also has like a nice place in DLC, for example, where you go into that little village where what's her name grew up. I don't know what her name is anymore. Probably starts with a G or an R or an M. Marika, that's it. Those are the only names, dude. There's like 3 characters that have another name, but basically everybody has the same name in Elden Ring. This guy would definitely lurk in a cave. Yeah, he's the kind of guy you would come across at the end of a cave, you know? As you go through the cave, the rats get progressively larger. Dude, they could make one hell of a From Software type of game in the Warhammer world, though. You could play like an Inquisitor or something, you know? It'd be super cool. Probably not mainstream enough. Although that's what I thought about Elden Ring. I never thought Elden Ring was going to be mainstream, and somehow that turned into a very popular game. I still don't understand how that turned into a very popular game mainstream, though. Because those games are not easy, man. But it is cool that people are still down to play hard games. It warmed my gaming heart to see people still keen on playing very difficult things. Dude, it'd be so sick, Pete. Sony bought From Software? Wait, what? When? When did that happen? Wait, for real? They haven't? Are you trolling me? How have I missed that news if that's the case? Miyazaki, no! They're planning to buy the parent company of From Software? Kadokawa? Thank you, Dark Bloom! Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Reports say that Sony was in talks to acquire Kadokawa, the Japanese media conglomerate that owns Elden Ring developer From Software. They've released a short statement acknowledging Sony's intention, but stating no decision has been made. Oh no. Well, I hope you like your PlayStation exclusive, chat. I love mega corporations, man. I look forward to a world where 4 companies own everything in gaming. It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited. I mean, it's not to say AAA developers can't make good games. It's obviously not true, but there's no doubt in my mind that it becomes very boring. Luckily, though, at this point, we have a lot of proof that the From Software recipe works. Like the Soulsborne games and whatnot. There's probably about 2 dozen in development right now from small indie developers. Some of them will be garbage, but some of them could be really good. Like we've already had some. Lies of P comes to mind, that was a banger. There's some really good ones out there. Other people can continue the recipe, right? If it turns out that AAA developers don't do it anymore or they don't really care anymore. I don't know. Maybe I have too little faith at this point in AAA devs. Maybe quadruple A would be a better way of saying it. Maybe I just don't have enough faith in it, but... It doesn't have to be bad. It's just usually how it goes. Chinese game developers have been stepping up, though, over the last couple of years. A lot of cool games seem to be in development over there, too. They might not be able to, with Nintendo now suing game mechanic patents. Ah, fun. Nintendo coming in for the rescue. That's when you know things have gone very weird, huh? They're not exactly known as... I am not really following the news as far as this goes, apparently. So what is the game mechanic that Nintendo is claiming patents on? What game mechanic does like a Nintendo game use that I am not familiar with that other gaming companies can't use? They're suing one patent for the ability of riding captured creatures. If you own a horse, bro, if you have a horse or like a really large dog, Sony or Nintendo rather is coming for you, bro. Sorry about it. Yeah, they're trying to go after the Pokemon thing. I see. To be fair though, they must have a lot of lawyers employed, right, at Sony, so they have to do something as well. They have to make sure that they keep their own jobs, right? Keep their own jobs going. Just, you know, keep the ball rolling. Hey, what's good on AMPCG? Tuning after a while, I would watch the StarCraft stream. Love to paint Warhammer 40k. I'm gonna do some StarCraft later today, but we're starting off with a bit of painting. After this, I'm gonna do some StarCraft casting, actually. I've been painting Warhammer minis now for some time, and I have been very much so enjoying it. This has been a long project. It's actually not 40k, this is Age of Sigmar. It's the Prophet of the Horned Rat, which has been quite a project. I've been putting in quite a few hours. But at this point, it's coming together. It's starting to come together at the very least. We're certainly not done yet. But almost everything is now base coated and try my best to reinforce some of the colors here. Oh, interesting. Okay, I see the Sagittarius. Nintendo is also after emulator devs like crazy now. Mate, basically anything that the gaming community does Nintendo related seems to be under scrutiny no matter what you do. You know how there's like a lot of gaming developers that are kind of chill and they invite community work? Right? Because ultimately, the community creates really cool stuff. But Nintendo has always made that very difficult. Like, they always want to keep control. And it's, yeah, it's their right, obviously. Like, they can do it, but... it just seems unnecessarily complex. Like, the amount of people, for example, that create content for Nintendo games is very low. Because you never know what Nintendo is going to do next. It's really weird. Like, in my mind... you know how much money people are paying for video game marketing in 2024? Like, people really want you to, like, make videos for games or, you know, TikToks or live streams or whatever. But it always seems like Nintendo is, like, very much so actively trying to discourage that sort of thing. Like, I would not want to be streaming any Nintendo game. I actively avoid streaming Nintendo games. I still remember though, way back in the day, this must have been like 2000 and maybe 11 or so, 2012. I had a bunch of friends that made YouTube videos about different types of games. And at some point, a ton of videos got claimed. A lot of videos. The monetization got claimed. And yeah, I didn't want to bother anymore. Like I kind of decided then I'm not gonna do that. I made an exception for some, like for example, Zelda, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. But it's so weird to me, like there's so many gaming companies out there that actively try for people to market your game. But Nintendo, I guess they have enough sales without any of that, so they just don't want the free publicity and they'd rather have the control. I mean, it's their right, but it just seems silly. Well, especially when it's pocket change, right? Like, taking the ad revenue of a bunch of creators when you're running such a big corporation seems silly. It's just dumb. Like, are there any content creators for, like, Mario games? People can still stream their games, but it's super restricted? Yeah, but, like, if it's super restricted, I would not do it, right? Like, that's silly. It's the same for, like, sponsored content. It's not really a thing anymore these days, but I would have companies reaching out, asking if I wanted to create content, but I couldn't say anything negative. It's like, that's a hard no right away. What the fuck? That used to be surprisingly common, where you couldn't be critical of the game you were making content for. That's so silly. Like, maybe make the game good. There are a couple of Mario content creators? Okay. Anyways, from a content creator's point of view, I am very hesitant with any Nintendo-related stuff. They also seem to change their mind over things quite frequently, though, so it is whatever. Luckily, I am not a huge Nintendo guy. I have enjoyed a lot of their games in the past, but I'm not, like, you know, the biggest Nintendo fan necessarily. Although it'd be fun to stream some of their games again one day, but yeah. Okay, one more quick little coat over here. It's probably a little bit too diluted, but. Okay. We'll do the inside of the thing a little bit later. That's gonna be kind of a pain in the dick to paint, but it's okay. Oh, dude, like all of the Nintendo esports stuff, it's a meme, a complete meme. The way that they handle grassroots organizations, for like Smash, for example, I've only heard like stories of it. I haven't actually experienced any of it personally, but I know they've always been very strict. Like, you know how companies try so hard for esports scenes to be set up? Right? Like, they try so hard for grassroots organizations to pop up. Because that's ultimately what drives a lot of games. Nintendo doesn't seem to be a fan. Always seemed a bit strange to me, but whatever. The big rule that I'm taking is if you can't, or if you have a tournament with a Nintendo game featured in it, you can't make a profit. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was one of the rules. I don't really know the specifics, but I think it was something or is something along those lines. If you have a tournament with a Nintendo game featured, you can't make a profit. So you're actively discouraging people from actually trying to grow a scene, right? Yeah, it's a bit weird. Very silly. Okay, so we've got a little bit of red on the front of the scarf. We're gonna do some relayering in some of the areas on the cloth. I want to avoid recessed areas, but we do want to try and do some thin relayers in some of the sections here. Needless to say, when everyone pulled Smash out of their scenes, Nintendo backpedaled on the rule real quick. Okay, yeah. It's just weird, man. Like, a lot of it seems entirely unnecessary to me, but... Let's do some of the dark panels, actually. We'll see what this looks like. We'll get the dark color out first, just a tiny bit, and we'll see if we can relayer some of these areas. I wanted to do this quite thinly. So we just want to look at the darkest sections. So you see how there's a little bit of a drizzle in some of those spots? I want to try and avoid the recessed bits. Now this color dries up slightly differently than what it looks like over here. But I think if we're being a little bit painterly about it, just show some brush strokes, it should be okay.